Hello, guys and gals, and this is actually a movie review this time. I'm interspersing movie reviews in with the product reviews, and I don't know if I get enough movie reviews made, then maybe I will dedicate a special time slot to it. But for now, we are going to continue at this pace. Anyways, the movie that I will be reviewing is Lake Fear 2, and actually, I actually have the third Lake Fear movie that I haven't watched yet, but So, anyways, the tagline is "Get ripped apart on spring break," and it's called Lake Fear 2: The Swamp. And apparently, it has nothing to do with the first Lake Fear because the reviews I read of the first Lake Fear, or actually of the second, said that the first was basically just a ripoff of Evil Dead. So, people trapped in a labyrinthine house or something, and they can't get out. And there's, I don't know. So, this is basically linked to the first Lake Fear movie in name only because I guess that nobody reprised their roles. No one from the first movie was in the second, so how they get them? So I don't know and really understand how they came up with the title. But anyways, it's called The Swamp, obviously because it takes place in the Everglades. Now, what I will say is there was a during the opening credits, it showed newspapers, and talked about satanic cults and stuff like that. I personally think that trope is kind of overused these days. The whole they're part of a satanic cult. They must sacrifice human beings or something. It's just really overdone in horror movies. I think it's basically become a trope or a meme. And basically, this movie kind of lacked direction on if they were a satanic cult or if they were just religious zealots. I mean, because they would basically it varied. The protagonists, the bad guys. No, wait a minute. Protagonists are good guys. The antagonists, the bad guys. They kind of, I don't know, went between and were mainly, whether it was sarcastically or not, mainly referred to our holy savior and stuff like that. Um, and only the really end part was had anything remotely satanic about it. And it didn't feel like the characters really matched because and there was a lot of plot holes. I think that the movie probably would have worked a lot better if they were actually took the Rob Zombie approach and basically made them inbred hillbillies or something, because that would be more convincing than what we got here. I'm not saying this is a bad movie. It isn't. It's actually a very, very good movie. I like this movie. I'm just saying that would have been better if they had taken a different direction with the bad guys and left out the satanic bit, because like I say, that's kind of an old trope by now, and it really wasn't fleshed out very well in this film. Um, it's definitely not for kids. So if you're a kid and watching this, then don't watch Lake Fear if you're underage, because there is some nudity and there is a rather uncomfortable. I would say probably a scene similar to Deliverance. I haven't seen that movie, but I know there's a certain scene in there, and there is a scene kind of like that in here where there's how can I put this? Okay, one of the antagonists rapes one of the male characters, and it's not overly graphic, but it's unsettling and disturbing. That was probably, well, apart from the last scene, it was probably one of the more disturbing scenes in the movie. It was actually, production wise, the movie was very well done. I will say that my only grievance is basically with them adding. I just felt that the need to add some kind of cult related thing, and that was my complaint with Dragon Soldiers, is that there was this cult leader, but that was basically because the dragon breathed gas on him and turned him into a religious zealot. But anyways, a lot of horror movies are trying to, play up that angle, and it just doesn't work for some movies. Now, granted, maybe they fixed that in the third one, which I haven't seen the third one yet. I have Monster Hunter I still need to watch, and I want to get this made before I went into the next movie. But anyways, the movie overall is pretty good. I mean, apart from my initial criticisms, very very good movie. Um, I actually enjoyed this movie quite a bit. It did have a cohesive plot. Um, all the all the killings were rather had ingenuity to them. I mean, they it wasn't the same method every single time. Um, so that was good. Um, because that's not what you want in a horror movie. It's just somebody getting stabbed numerous times in the same place, and stuff like that. It's just kind of an old trope. Anyways, but yeah, I just think that the antagonist would have been better as, like, say, The Hills Have Eyes. The people from I think that the I haven't seen The Hills Have Eyes, but I think that was like hillbillies or something. Cannibalistic hillbillies or something. I don't think these guys are cannibals though, but the whole hillbilly thing works a lot better than the whole cultist kind of thing. In my opinion, though, of course. In my opinion, though, is that this movie is pretty good and is worth a watch, provided you are above 18 or whatever this is rated. I think this is rated R, so 18, I'm thinking. R, I think, is an 18 rated. X is like 21, I want to say. I don't know. I don't even remember how the rating system work in movies these days. And I think they're probably going to revamp those eventually because, I mean, you can get away with an F bomb in a PG movie, and that's, or PG-13 rather, sorry. And that just isn't okay. Um, anyways, but yeah. Basically, the plot is that these college kids, I don't even remember how many there were. There was like 6 or 8 of them. I don't know. There was a lot of them. And they take this boat ride and they get stuck in the middle of the swamp, and there's this house, and stereotypical things happen. Granted, there are a lot of tropes in this movie, but there are some genuinely good scares. So it is good. It's a good slasher flick, definitely. There was just some parts of it that I thought could be worked out a lot better. But that's just my opinion. I'm not a film writer. I don't write scripts or anything like that. So, anyways, but otherwise, the movie was really pretty good. Um, it did leave a lot of things open to interpretation, though, because in the end of the movie there are 3 antagonists, and in the end there are 3 people, but they're wearing masks, so you can't see who they are. And I thought that was ingenious because you get to draw your own conclusions there, and that does kind of make the whole cultist satanic thing work, I guess. But I don't know. It just seems to make more sense because, I mean, throughout the movie the antagonists were acting like hillbillies, and I don't know. That's just opinion though. This movie is really really good. If you can watch it, that's good. I think we got it for $1, so it was definitely worth that. Um, Overall, I really liked the movie. The music was very atmospheric, and it was just overall a really good movie. I'll probably watch it again sometime, and I can't say that about a lot of movies that I watch. But yeah, um, in my opinion, Lake Fear was pretty good. I mean, it had some plot points that I didn't agree with, but you'll have that with every single movie. So I think that the pros outweigh the cons and that you should watch it. But then again, that's just my opinion. You can either take my opinion or leave it. Either way is fine. And just with that being said, if you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell. Ring the bell so you know when I upload. Also, if you want to support me in any way or suggest movies for me to watch and do reviews of, you can do that in the comments, or the information is also in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.